guys, I hope you all well. Just another weekend again here. We're gonna break down these 3 pairs for you guys that we have been taking a close look at for the past week. On screen here we have the New Zealand against the Canadian dollar. We have the US dollar against the Swiss franc, and also Australia versus the Canadian dollar. Excuse me. On board, what we have here now, we have the New Zealand against the Canadian dollar. What we are looking at is a 4-hour time frame. Now we're gonna switch to the daily time frame to see what the trend is doing. As you can see here, guys, it was in a previous downtrend for a very long time, and we have just break out of that range right there on the daily. As you can see here, we have broke out of that zone and we are at a strong resistance zone right there. So at the moment you can see we are testing the support. We are just bouncing off that support there, that previous support, guys. Let me zoom in a bit for you guys can see. You see we just bounce off that support zone there. We're gonna go back to the smaller time frame to see what entries we can have and how much pips we can bank on this pair. So basically what we have here is a trending market for some of you traders. Some of you new traders who might be new to this and don't know what support and what's resistance. What we have here at the bottom here, we have this support and we have resistance. We have support again and we have resistance. So if you realize the market is not just trading, it's trading. It's creating higher highs. So we like to see another push to the upside like that. What we are looking at, right? For me, I will say this pair is on a bullish run because at the moment, as you can see, the market is creating higher highs at the moment. So for me, I would like to see the market push up from anything in around this position here. I would love to see a target around there to that previous support zone. With a stop loss anywhere around there. As you can see, guys, at the moment the market just retests that resistance, so it's pulled back and it's bounced again. So what we can look for, we can see the market reach and retest this previous resistance there. We have as an option to still buy if the market continue the way it's going now. So guys, if the market continue the way it's going now, we can still have a strong bullish run, which look like it's gonna happen, which I'm confident in. heading to the upside. This position can be a very long position, can also be a swing trade with a very low risk. Like you can see a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio on that New Zealand CAD. And what I like about this is like it's just bouncing, it's retesting, so it's support, you have your first resistance, support, resistance, support, and now you can have your third resistance at that level, that key level of 94.90. Then again we have the US dollar against the Swiss franc. So let me take you back down to the lower time frame. First of all, we're going to look at the daily to see what the market is doing. As you guys can see, the market is strongly selling off at the moment, and we have still further support there where the market can still drop down to that key level, but at the moment we are just sitting on a strong level of support from previous there. So let me just go back a bit for you guys can see. As you can see guys, you have a key level of support around this zone there. That's from like since April 2014, so that's a couple of years ago. At the moment we are right at that support zone, so let's take back to a lower time frame to see how the market can play out. Basically what I like to see about this, right, is that the market is selling off and you can see it's coming down smoothly. And it's selling right off, right? But I would like to see a continuation in the market selling off. Reason being, let me just give you guys a quick So guys, basically, right, what I'm looking at the market now to do is drop to this key level of support, because as you can see, you have price of fail to push any higher. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 key level of resistance have been rejected. So what I would like to see, I would like to see a nice bearish run in around this zone there. I would love to see the market drop anywhere around to that zone and sell off. But what we don't want to do, we don't want to just dive in like just like that. We want to wait for confirmation before we take any entries to this downside, to the short position, which I will give you guys a quick update now. So what I would love to see, I love to see the market push lower. Let me just draw what I think. This is how I would look at this. We can basically, what we can see here is a bounce of that level of support, a pullback, we can see a pull back into that key level, create a double bottom there, and then the market can start heading for the upside, creating higher highs, and then aim for the upside, which would be in and anywhere around let us take this key level, this first resistance there. So guys, this can be our first target basically on this breakdown. This can be our first target in and anywhere around 90.53 on this pair. Let me just give you after we touch that level of support, then we can have a bullish run to the upside. Basically guys, you have two entries on this pair, which you can have. You can go short, and then you can actually go long with a tight. You don't even have to push your stop loss that far. You can put a tight stop loss, like a 5 to 10 pip stop loss in and anywhere around that position, just like I set it there, guys. But if you look at this on a daily now, what I want to see, it doesn't have to always play out the way that we want it, because we still have this key level of support right there, where we have that line run across there. We have this key level here, which the market can still drop to retest, but hopefully the way how things are looking, to me, I think the market is going to come down and create that double bottom and then head back to the upside. So our next pair that we're going to look at is the Australian against the Canadian dollar, which we're going to break down for you guys. As you guys can see, this is our daily time frame, and as you can see, we are in a strong uptrend. The market have been trading to the downside for a very long period of time, and it finally break out of that trend, and now it's heading for the upside. As you can see, we have a nice little pullback in and around 97.74. But what I like about this pair, right, even though it looks so rangy on the smaller time frame, to me, what I like to see and what I respect about this pair, guys, which I'm gonna point out to you guys, is that what I'm seeing in this pair, I'm seeing a trend reversal, right? Because what I like to see about this pair, which makes this pairs look very interesting to me, is that you have a sign of reversal pattern here, where you have your head and shoulder reversal. So market came down, went back up, failed to break this level of support. That's a level of support right there. Went up back, so it came down, rejected that with the wick, went up, came down, reject this position again, went up, came back down, still rejected. You can see all the wicks. And then what I would love to see now, what I like to see, is that the market seems to me like it's gonna start into creating higher higher highs, which I love to see this wick here. Went up from this position, came down, went up, bam, came down, went up again, and I would love to see a pullback and I go long on this pair. So guys, as you can see, we have the head and shoulder reversal pattern on this. For some of you new traders who don't really know about head and shoulder pattern, this is a perfect example for you guys who are new to this. So that's a very good sign of a head and shoulder. And I also have the analysis on this, and I will send this update in the group, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We have more videos to come. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, share with your friends. We also have a free Telegram channel where you can share all of our social media platform, and we are happy to have you guys on board and to continue work with you guys in the future and give you guys the best signals that we can.